How's it going, everyone? Jem and I are back, and I had a little video on my mind today, so thought I'd do some splaining. I'm just gonna talk about why I don't commute on my motorcycle and why I probably never would. And I want to put a disclaimer out there to anybody that does commute on a motorcycle. I'm not hating. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be commuting yourselves. Everybody has their reasons. Everybody makes their own decisions. So I'm not against commuting on a motorcycle. It's just not the right choice for me. And I'm going to explain why. And some of this may ring true with, you know, some of you guys out there that already do commute or people that are thinking about commuting. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. First of all, I want to explain that I live in Los Angeles County. So in Los Angeles, we have a lot of traffic, a lot of cars. And I mean, this could be true in a lot of places, but I feel like we do have very bad drivers here too at times. Or drivers that just have, you know, like a wanton disregard for anybody else. I mainly say that because you see people breaking the laws over here all the time. Not stopping, you know, at like lights like these. Crossing over the carpool lane lines while they're still solid and not broken. Like, I see it on a daily basis, and I do commute on the freeway every single day. I drive, obviously, and just the stuff that I could see definitely warned me off of riding a motorcycle in the morning commute. So one thing that you have to also consider is in the mornings, I mean, at least here, and again, a lot of these things are just going to be my own personal experiences in my geographic location. Things could be different everywhere else, so, you know, take this with a grain of salt. But around here, like, people are always in a hurry. It's go, go, go. They want to get to work. You know, that creates a lot of hazard for people. They're either tired or they're in a hurry and they're not thinking and focusing on their driving. And it gets very sketchy out here. I mean, like I said, I drive and I see it. So if I can drive and see it, you know, like, why would I want to ride on a motorcycle in it? It's scary even driving. Back there, I was on the 405 South coming up to the 110 junction, and just last week, a female car driver lost her life there. I don't know the exact story of how it happened or why, but yeah, she died and she was in a car. And there's actually an Instagram account called CA_motorcyclist_down, and they post whenever people report motorcycle accidents to them. So I follow them on Instagram, and every time that there's a picture of a candle is a fatality, and you see several a week, and that's just California alone. So I mean, you could say I'm scared, I guess. I wouldn't really mind acknowledging that. I don't like riding on the freeways at all. I mean, like I am right now, but, you know, sometimes you have to ride on the freeway to get places. So, I still do. I'm just not a big fan of it. You're at higher speeds for longer periods of time with tons and tons of cars around you. So, yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm not a fan of riding on the freeway. Another reason that I don't commute, for me in particular also, and for probably several others, is I need a truck for my job. So, I mean, I could also have a company truck and leave it on site where I work, and then ride my motorcycle, and then drive the truck around, and then ride my motorcycle home. So it's not that that's a complete impossibility. I would just have to work that out with my, like, supervisors. I mean, that being said, I still would rather have my own personal truck. And, you know, it comes down to this as well, as it's just more comfortable, especially when you're tired in the morning yourself also, to drive rather than ride a motorcycle. I'm kind of like not a morning person, so I kind of get up like as late as possible, throw myself together, and then get to work. And then that would mean that if I wanted to ride my motorcycle, I'd have to get up extra early to put all my gear on, and I would have to get my motorcycle out, and that's just, like, you know, not a lot of fun, especially for someone like me that likes to sleep. I mean, which also leads me to, I don't have the best commuter motorcycle. I mean, that's pretty obvious. It's a Yamaha R1, right? It's stupid loud, so you get in trouble with all the cops on the way there. And then it's not comfortable whatsoever. It's gonna piss your neighbors off when you start it up every morning. So you can see how this all kind of just snowballs into this like overwhelming feeling of just, I would never commute. And again, like, I want to bring this back to, it may be right for some people. Some people might work an office job and they save time commuting because they commute farther than I do. I commute about 20 miles. So they may save time, so that makes up for the amount of time that it takes to gear up. And, you know, maybe they have a motorcycle that has bags on it or some form of storage, and they can put all their gear inside of it. Maybe you have a shaved head and you don't have to worry about having helmet hair. Because my hair is like terrible all the time. Like, just no matter what you do to it, it'll stay in that direction. So anyway, just my thoughts on commuting on motorcycles. But go ahead and comment if you commute or if you don't, why you do, why you don't. Just tell me if you enjoy it, or if you can relate to anything, if you feel like it's taken the joy out of riding, or if you still like absolutely love it. I'm just curious to know. And if you found this video useful, just drop a like on it, shares it so more people can see it. Maybe they can find it useful. I just like to be helpful. I like to help. Even one person per video is like perfect for me. Like, as long as I went out there and touched somebody else's life, gave them some info that they found useful, it's definitely not a waste of my time. And if you're into motovlogging content, I try and do at least 1 to 2 videos a week. 1 is the absolute minimum. I try and do 2, or if not 3 would be like ideal for me. I can't do this full-time because I do work full-time. Plus, I worked 50 hours in 5 days last week, and then commuting on top of that. So I still try and put out content because it gives me another reason to enjoy my riding and something else to do. So just subscribe to my channel. If you want to check out my other videos, feel free. I still have a lot of videos on my plate, things that I've been putting off, like the R1 review, so that's going to be coming up eventually. I've been like scrapping videos of that just because they're not good enough, and I want the R1 review to be perfect. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign out, heading to Los Angeles. That's going to be a video too coming up, so look out for that one. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.